Hey you guys, welcome back to Avani Balance Me Yoga. Today I've prepared a morning flow for everyone. We're going to start off much slower than usual and progress as the video matures. Anyway, I did a lot of takes to try to get that right. I don't even know if that's the correct word I was looking for, but it doesn't matter. Once you've laid out your yoga mat, today we are going to need 2 yoga blocks, but you don't need them. It's not mandatory. You can still enjoy the sequence if you don't have yoga blocks available. And you're also going to need a bottle of water. Once you have those items next to your yoga mat, you can go ahead and set your intention seated. You guys can slowly begin to open up your eyes and come into tabletop. I'm having you start from the ground versus me starting from standing, because you're just going to meet me in downward facing dog. When you get to downward facing dog, you can have a generous bend in your knees. And we're going to do some ujjayi breathing in this downward dog as we transition to upward facing dog. So you're going to roll up into upward facing dog. Breathe in through your nose. And if you want, you can keep your toes tucked, but that's entirely up to you. Go ahead and press yourself back. Downward facing dog. Exhale. And you can continue to transition from upward facing dog to downward facing dog according to your breath for Ujjayi Pranayama. I do this 10 times in the video. However, you may do it more or less depending on your breathing pattern, how quickly you move from inhale to exhale. From here, you're gonna roll onto tabletop and go ahead and flip your hands so that your fingertips are facing your knees. In this tabletop, you want to make sure that your wrists are right under your shoulders. We're going to do a few rounds of cat and cow here. Go ahead and take those rounds at your own pace according to your breathing pattern. You can go ahead and take a nice, comfortable, easy seat and slowly begin to do some wrist rotations in both directions. From there, you can start to bring your gaze over your left shoulder, take it back through center, and then look over your right shoulder. And you can repeat that a few times at your own pace. You can slowly begin to take some shoulder rotations, rotating behind you. Reverse your shoulder rotations. From here, you can come towards the length of your mat. Breathe in as you sweep your arms up overhead, hands to touch. Exhale as you drop your right arm onto the mat, reaching your left arm overhead. Come back up through center. Breathe in as you bring your hands to touch. Lower your left arm to the mat and reach your right arm overhead. You're going to do this side body stretch a couple more times on each side. Breathe in as you bring your hands to touch overhead. Drop that right hand. Reach the left arm over. Come back up through center. Breathe in as you bring both hands to touch overhead. Drop the left arm and reach your right arm over. Repeat once more. From here, you can stay where you are, or you can face the length of your mat, and you want to tuck your toes in a toe stand. And if that's too much pressure on your toes, you can just go into a nice, simple child's pose. Slowly press yourself up, and you can bring your hands to your heels. This time you do want to have your toes tucked because we're going to transition into camel. But we're going to start in this seated pose with our toes in this toe stand. So breathe in as you press yourself up, opening up your heart chakra, bringing your gaze behind you. Exhale as you slowly lower down to seated. We're going to do that a few more times. Breathe in as you press your pelvis forward, dropping your head back. Slowly begin to lower back down as you exhale. Press yourself back up into camel. Breathe in. Exhale as you lower back down. Breathe in, press yourself up. exhale as you slowly lower back down. Breathe in as you press up into camel. Slowly lower back down. You can go ahead and take a sip of water before we move on. From here, we're actually going to stretch out the tops of our feet so you can allow your glutes to be seated on your heels, and then we're going to use our hands to push us up on top of our feet as high as you can. Be careful, allow your arms to assist you so that you're not applying all of your weight on the tops of your feet, especially if they're extremely sensitive or if you've never done this before. And I do this 3 times, but you can go ahead and repeat this as many times as you like. From here, we're going to do an asana practice that we did in the last video, where we transitioned from upward facing dog to floating tabletop into downward facing dog. And if you like, you can continue to do your Ujjayi breathing throughout this practice also. So you're going to step back into plank and press yourself back to downward facing dog. From here, roll your body forward, come into upward facing dog. You're going to shift your gaze over your right shoulder. Bring your gaze back through center before looking over your left shoulder. Come back through center. Slowly transition to floating tabletop as you press your body up and back, downward facing dog. And you're going to roll back up into upward facing dog. Bring your gaze over your right shoulder. Come back through center. Bring your gaze over your left shoulder. Come back through center. Transition to downward facing dog. Roll your body forward. Upward facing dog. Gaze over your right shoulder. Gaze over your left shoulder. Transition to downward facing dog. Roll your body forward into upward facing dog. Look over your right shoulder. Come back through center. Gaze over your left shoulder. Go ahead, press yourself back into downward facing dog. Roll your body forward to upward facing dog. Gaze over your right shoulder. Gaze over your left shoulder. Transition to downward facing dog. Slowly lower onto your knees. You're gonna sit in between both of your feet in hero's pose, allowing your feet, the tops of your feet, to be on the sides of your glutes or hip area. You're gonna grab one block and place it directly behind you on your spine on the highest level. Slowly begin to lower down onto that block as you try to bring the top of your head onto the mat, allowing your gaze to be behind you. And you can comfortably place your hands on your feet. Slowly begin to press your body up. You can remove your block for right now. Place your hands on your knees, and we're going to take a few rounds of seated cat and cow right here. And if this is too much on your knees, you can sit on a yoga block on the lowest level if you like, while going into this cat and cow. Make it as dramatic as you like, and allow your breath to follow. From here, you guys can come to standing. Remove your blocks at this time, and you can just meet me in mountain pose. Breathe in as you sweep your arms up overhead. Grab onto your opposite elbows as you bring a slight bend into your knees. Arch your back, opening up your heart chakra, just for a little bend here in your back and knees. Forward fold, exhale. Whenever we go into that pose, it's gonna look like an S, kind of like an S shape, just for next time. Go ahead, breathe in, halfway lift. Plant your hands onto the mat, step or hop back into plank. Take your chaturanga push-up. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Press your hips up and back, exhale, downward facing dog, and come into three-legged dog. Bring your right foot off the mat. Step your right foot in between both of your hands as you set up for a low crescent lunge. Bring your hands into cactus, or your arms into cactus. Go ahead and lower that left knee as you shift your hips back with a forward fold half split with your right foot flexed. You want to grab both of your blocks now, and you're going to set up for a low right-legged lunge, but this time you're going to bring your blocks up overhead just to kind of add for a little weight in your back bend here. Bring your blocks down by your sides. Tuck your left toe in and press yourself up so that you can come into a triangle forward fold. And you can continue to use your blocks if you like, or if not, totally up to you. Walk your hands down the length of your mat, and you're going to come to a wide-legged forward fold. Interlock your hands behind you and bring your hands out as far as you can with this bind. Release your hands. Go ahead and step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in, sucking in your lower belly. Forward fold, exhale. Breathe in as you sweep your arms up by your ears, hands to touch. Exhale as you bring them down, heart center. Breathe in, we're going to go into that S shape once more. So you're going to grab onto your opposite elbows, slight bend to your knees, arching your back, slight back bend. Or maybe more like a squiggly line. Anyway, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant your hands onto the mat, step or hop back into plank. Take your chaturanga push-up. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Press your hips up and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come into three-legged dog, floating your left leg. When you're ready, step your left foot through both of your hands as you set up for a low crescent lunge. Bring your arms into cactus with a slight back bend here. Go ahead, lower that right knee onto the mat and bring that left leg into a forward fold half split. You can use your blocks to assist you if you like. Shift your hips back forward as you come into a low left-legged lunge. Bring those blocks up and overhead for an extended back bend stretch here. Go ahead and tuck your your right toes under as you come into a forward fold triangle. Walk your hands back through center. You can remove your blocks. And you're going to center your left hand to the mat as you bring your right fingertips up towards the sky for a little twist here. Wrap your right hand into your left thigh and come into a side straddle, flexing your right toes or your right foot. Come back up through center. You can release your right hand and we're going to switch to do the left side. Right hand on the mat, left hand up towards the sky or ceiling. When you're ready, you're going to tuck your left hand into your right thigh as you lower down to extend that left leg into a side straddle. Flex your left foot up towards the sky. Go ahead and press your hips back up. You're going to go ahead and walk your hands down in front of you as you come into a low, deep stretch, wide-legged stretch. From here, come to the top of your mat, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in your knees, breathe in as you sweep your arms up overhead, hands to touch. Exhale as you bring your hands down, heart center. Breathe in, sweep your arms up overhead, interlock your fingers, leave your pointer fingers out, and come into a slight back bend here. Come back up through center, forward fold, exhale. Slight bend in your knees. Wrap your arms around the back of your knees. Breathe in, halfway lift. Plant your hands onto the mat, step or hop back into plank. You can lower your knees onto the mat and slowly allow your chin and chest to follow as you slide up into cobra. Your hands can be closer to your rib cage or extended out. You decide, just make sure that your pelvis is still in contact with your mat for cobra. Slowly lower back down. Bring your hands by your rib cage and press yourself up into plank before transitioning into downward facing dog. Step your right leg to the outside of your right hand. Lower that left knee onto the mat, and that is our lizard. We're not going to stay here long though. Make sure that your blocks are nearby because you're going to grab them so that we can come into a nice heart opener. You can place one hand on your knee if you like and the other on the block as you press your chest away from your knee. Slowly press up and you're going to come into triangle. You can use the block if you like. If not, you can place your right hand on your shin or allow both of your hands to float as you use your core to hold you up. From here, you're going to step to the top of your mat, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Slide bend your knees, breathe in as you sweep your arms up overhead. Allow your hands to touch. Exhale as you bring your hands down, heart center. Breathe in, sweep your arms up overhead, interlock your fingers, leave your pointer fingers extended. Come into that extended mountain pose. Come back up and forward fold with a slight bend in your knees as you wrap your arms around the back of your knees. Breathe in, halfway lift. Step or hop back into plank. Drop your knees onto the mat. Allow your chin and your chest to follow as you press up into cobra. Bring your hands by your rib cage and press up into plank as you transition to downward facing dog. Step that left foot on the outside of your left hand. And you can slowly begin to lower your right knee down. Place your left hand on your knee while you use your right hand on the block to open up your heart chakra, creating a deeper bend here in your back. Press up so that you can transition into triangle. Take any variation in triangle you like based off of what you have accessible to you. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Slide bend in the knees, breathe in as you sweep your hands up overhead. Exhale as you bring your hands down, heart center. We are now setting up for Savasana. You're going to bring the soles of your feet to touch in Supta Baddha Konasana. And you can allow those blocks that you have, if you have them available, to come on the outer edges of your knees, just as a little bit of a support. And then slowly begin to lower all the way down onto your back. You can close your eyes now. Place one hand on your heart, the other hand on your lower belly. Breathe in, filling your belly up with air. And as you exhale, allow any tension within your body to slowly ease as you release it through your breath. Allow your focus to be drawn to the small sounds you hear in the background. You can slowly begin to close your knees like a book and bring your knees into your chest as you bring your forehead to your knees. You can wrap your hands around the back of your knees or on top and slowly begin to rock side to side if you like. When you are ready to come to seated, you can begin to take a couple of rock and rolls. I'd say anywhere from 3 to 8 rock and rolls until you come to seated. Just to massage out your spine. Be careful not to roll all the way back like I almost did. From here, you're going to breathe in as you sweep your arms up overhead, allowing your hands to touch. Exhale as you bring your hands down heart center. The light in me honors, appreciates, loves, and recognizes the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and And until next time, everyone, be well.